Hi everyone, and I am Arvind here to discuss with you to size and diversity for leaders. Okay, so the many leaders and companies want to form dream teams by getting superstar and putting them together, and they hope like a magic going to happen. But it is not simple that magic going to happen by hiring some great and talented people in your organization, because it's require more time and more practice together to doing anything well. Let me give you an example. When the United States begin that using NBA star instead to the Olympic team in 1992, it was assumed that everyone is going to be play very well at the sport, and best player in the world would never lose. Okay, so they was thinking that time. But in 1992 and 1996 and 2000 Olympic games, these dreams teams cursed all their opponent with perfect 24-0 record. So it's not the depend that if you have a great player, if you have a great team, you are going to do well. It's not every 100% uh, magic going to happen. It's not 100% sure for everything, but it's mainly important that you have a model and everything ideas behind the having your goal, achieving your goal. But at the 2004 games, talented was not enough, and the US team of superstar practiced together for a week before heading to the Olympics. In the first time game of the competition, Puerto Rico beat the United States by the 22 points. The Purity Rico teams have played together for years. Okay, so if any team is playing together and they have a practice match, for example, if we talk about Indian cricket team, so if every player in the cricket team have played together, they have done much and more practice together, they can achieve and they can win easily any games. Okay, and any matches. And if they are not practiced together much more time, they don't have played together many more time, so they are not going to win match, because this need more experience and practice together. So the US finished that third place, losing more games than they had lost in previous 68 years combined. Bottom line, it's not enough to put your most talented people on the same team and just hope that magic happen. Okay, so what is the bottom line? It is not enough to put your most talented people on the same team and just hope that magic is going to happen without any practice and without any motivation and without any training. Okay, so who should I put on the team? Most leader approach team building like a cocktail party. Okay, most leaders they approach like a team building is cocktail party, but it is not. Who should I put on the team? So as they invite their friend and superstars, as people see that this is not a good idea. I have done some research on team building. Okay, so I have made two alarming discovery. First, the average team size is too big. Many organization they have a average team so big. There is a lot of managers, lot of local managers, lot of supervisors, lot of the team. So it is they have a teams too big, and that is a lack of diversity. According to nearly any standard of the rule of thumb, second team tend to be too homogeneous means they have a very little team. Okay, there is a specific person on the team who is responsible on their responsibilities and duties. They lack diversity. Okay, there is no more diverse people, many other thoughtful people, and everyone homogeneous, everyone thought in only same way. So they are the homogeneous, they lack diversity. So if you are ever lucky enough to build the team of your dream, I want to help you avoid the two most common building errors. First is team overstaffing bias and the homogeneity bias. Okay, so anytime in your future if you are going to build your team, so avoid two things. Okay, what is that? Team overstaffing bias means you have a huge team, and second is team homogeneity bias. The overstaffing bias refer to the fact that team is too large. If you have a team is too large, just like the American baseline teams and getting bigger. In my own research, the average team size is approaching 30 people. Okay, so the average team going to be 30 people. Just over 12 year ago I was about 10 people. Why is this? People want to politically correct and inclusive, so we have put everyone on the team, and team are no longer special. So what are the some rule of thumb? I will give you four of my favorite. First one is Jeff Bezos two pizza rule. What is Jeff Bezos two pizza rule? If you cannot feed the member of your team with two pizza, the team is too big. Okay, is mean what? If you have a team, okay, and you have a two pizza and you cannot feed every team employees with two pizza, it mean you have a two big teams. Okay, so AT&T 7 plus or minus 2 rule, team should be between 5 and 9 members. Harvard single digit rule, team in excess of 9 people are too large. Okay, more than 9 people team is a too large according to Harvard's bare minimum rule. Choose the fewest number of the people necessary to accomplish the task. The homogeneity bias refers the fact that people unconsciously build teams that are well too much alike. Some example: most people choose member based on personality, not expertise. Unconsciously, people are biased toward their own race. Think of diversity like an onion. Okay, there are the several layer. Okay, if you think and observe the onion, you can see there is a several layer on the onions. So that is like that same. If we have a team and we have a several layer, everyone have their own responsibilities at the organizations. So same thing, you can example thing like a onion. And yeah, and the inside layer is a deep important step, and the inside layer is deep important. The idea diversity is a deep level diversity based on the expertise, training, thinking style. It's mean what? Everyone is having another type of the mentality to about expertise. Someone is expert of any other thing, then anyone is expert in any other thing. And training programs, thinking styles. If you focus on superficial characteristic and exclusion of deep level diversity, you unwittingly create the Professor Kite-Margin cells and fault line. A fault line is dividing that the separate team into distinct subgroup based on the more attributions such as the race, gender and functional area, etc. What is the race, gender and functional area? It's a depend of the male female function of the work and areas. For example, in one investigation, a global team at a telecommunication company discovered that they had a serious fault line in terms of the engineers being primarily men and marketing group primarily women. So it is a really, of course, fault. There was a search in a communication company, and they have seen that every engineer was a man and every marketing person was a woman. So there is a fault something, and the fault line is team create unhealthy and versus them culture. How should leader deals with fault line? First and foremost, diagnose them early. If you are the thoughtful and primarily man and first and foremost, diagnose them early. If you are thoughtful, you will realize in second, create energy and excitements around the task. When team members are excited about their work, they will going to do their work. If they are excited to about their works, they are going to do better compared to a normal person of their work. And if the team is not excited of that work, they are not never going to do better thing. So when team member are excited to work, they are not focused on superficial demography. Third, when conflict emerges, build trust. As your team member, I need to trust your instinct, trust your expertise. Okay, let's sum up of everything. You get the build a dream team and ground up best practice to keep in mind. One, assemble the fewest number of the people possible. Okay, so to be come back and to be basically, you should have a minimum number of the team, okay, to create a great and potential people and grow their skill and competencies. The column for each person, ask yourself what skill and expertise does the person uniquely bring to them. ask everyone that what expertise they have, and that makes sure don't have the overlap. Avoid homogeneity, because if you don't have a something diversity at organization, that will going to be very bad happen for your organization, because everyone thinks in same way. Diverse team do have potential for more, so we will need some conflict management skill in our dream team. Okay, so this video was about size and diversity for the leaders.